Hi, in this video, I'm going to be showing you how to place an order on Fiverr so you can hire the best using this little known method. I'm Vince from Digital Nomad Institute, and let's get started. So the very first thing I want to show you is that I know what I'm talking about. This is not something I Googled or something I just watched a YouTube video on. I actually am a customer, right? And there's more, right? But I'm just going to show you the first few orders. But I've been ordering on Fiverr for quite a while, and I was a level 2 seller, and I until I stopped answering the messages, then I got demoted, but that's another story. All right, so I want to show you that I know what I'm talking about. Now, what is Fiverr? For those of you who don't know, it's a marketplace that you can hire people to provide a certain service for you, such as writing an article or doing SEO or drawing and creating an image, or so on and so forth, right? It's a marketplace that you can hire a whole bunch of different freelancers, and they provide a service. Now, what most people do is they go to the dashboard, and when they want to place an order, right, they basically just type in something such as story plot, click on search. Oops, sorry. Okay. And from here, they just go ahead and order. Right? They'll go ahead and maybe do one or two things. They'll click on the profile, and they will either contact the seller, or if they really are really new, they'll just continue and just put the order in. And the problem with this is that if without communicating to the seller, you don't know if they can do this within 7 days, or maybe the plot point in this case, the book story and plot editing might not be this person's expertise, right? So you have to kind of iron out the details first before you place the order. The problem with that is, let's say the seller can't do it, then you have to keep going to the next one, go back to the next one, and the next one after that. So you have to go back here and then try this again with this one, and message this person, and message this person, so on and so forth. That takes a lot of time and a lot of energy, and it could be a part-time job in itself if you do it that way. Instead, I recommend that you do an easier method, right? And that is to place an order, right, through the system, right? So what you do is you click on your profile picture, and then you click on post a request, right? And then from here, you simply describe what you're looking for. So this is essentially your job criteria. Now, to be fair, you should list things very clearly. Okay, so if you want something like a logo, you should say something like what kind of design do you want, what kind of style do you want, what kind of colors do you want, so on and so forth, and then maybe list your name. All right, so I would say at the end you can call me Vince, and then from there you would iron out the category. So let me just try to make it more realistic and show an example. If I'm looking for a logo, I would just type in hello. Hello, I'm looking for a logo to be designed with the following criteria. Criteria. Okay. And then I'll just state what they are. One, black as the main color. And then two, simple design. And then three, maybe, I don't know. You get the idea. Okay, so all right. So basically, you would list all the criteria here, all right, your name here, and maybe any supporting documents that you want here. You would put in the proper category, so graphic design in this case, and then you would also put the service delivery, like do you need it 24 hours, 3 days, 7 days, and other. Now I want to be very clear with this 24-hour thing. This 24-hour doesn't mean that you're going to get a fully completed order that you would like within 24 hours. It means you'll get something back within 24 hours, but you may not be satisfied with it. So it doesn't include revisions is what I'm trying to say. So let me be clear with that. And I would not recommend using the 24-hour button because this is an option for people and sellers to jack up the price. And realistically speaking, you only get maybe the first revision or the first run or the first draft within 24 hours. And then after that, it'll probably be 3 or 7 days in some cases. So I would recommend you just pick 3 to 7 days. Don't really go for the 24 hours. Just use time management unless it's super emergency. But just manage your expectation and realize that and understand that you're most likely only going to get the first draft within 24 hours. And then, of course, put your budget for this. Then you submit your request. Fiverr will have to approve of your message and make sure you're not, sending something illegal. Like things that might be illegal would be saying things like message me privately or something. It's like you can't ask the sellers to message you outside of the Fiverr platform. That's illegal. So once they approve of it, they'll post it on their bulletin board, and sellers that are looking for this type of work, they will read it, go over it, see if they can fulfill these your requirements, and then post to you essentially their bid offer, and then you can go ahead and pick from a whole bunch of sellers. Now at the same time, I want to be very clear. Please, I know it's called Fiverr, but please don't expect the world for $5. Most likely, you're gonna have to pay more than $5 for even something very basic. All right, it used to be $5, maybe I don't know, many moons ago. Let's just say that, but it's no longer $5. Right, even if you put the selling price as $5, when you go to order and complete the order, they tack on a $2 service fee. So it's actually $7, all right? Even if you could somehow manage to get it. So try to put a reasonable price, and don't and try to pay a fair price for what you're looking for. If you go on a cheap end, what I find is that you're gonna get the bare minimum. Really unmotivated unmotivated sellers only trying to make a quick buck. All right. Now. And let me just add a few bonus tips of what to avoid at all cost. As I said, this is not what you can find on Google. This is from experience as a customer. The very first field that you probably want to avoid at all cost is articles. All right. Any kind of written content that I found, especially articles and blog posts, were just horrible, absolutely horrible. It looked like it was basically like done by a software, or I'll give you a few examples. I had one that someone did use an article spinner. It's basically it's a software that just substitute words for other words, but it copies someone else's article, and it just didn't make any sense. Right? That was a few of those. I had a few of those here. The second thing I had was let me just show you. The second thing I had people send me a article, and then they can basically, it was the same exact article of something copied online, but they added like weird symbols to each, like the B would have a small dot in there, so it wouldn't be a B, but if you looked at it, it was a B. All right, like really like scammy things like that. So if you put that their modified article into Copyscape, it would not detect it. But if you put it into a word processor, it would go bonkers because none of the words made any sense. It wasn't actually like Roman numeric letters. So I had that happen a few times, and then I just had people just straight up write me something that was just really unreadable, really unreadable. And of course, they would say they're like English PhD majors and graduates and writers, but the fact of the matter is you don't really know, and the only thing that really counts is your writing. And I'm trying to save you time here. Don't don't waste your time with the writing services, because it's horrible. There's no vetting process. There's no screening process. So whatever they send, no one on Fiverr checks to see if it's plagiarism free, right? No one checks the grammar. There's no any of that. There's no screening process. So that's why I would recommend avoiding this altogether. The other field I would recommend avoiding altogether is SEO. They say they build backlinks and white hat methods and this and that. I can tell you now from using their services, I think a total of 2 to 3 times. Every time I've used any of these services, whatever whatever link I put in got demoted, like downgraded. It went backwards. like they just basically take your link and spam it. I assume, I don't really know, but I assume they just take your link and they spam it. They could say manual, whatever. No. It's most likely going to be spammed all over the place, and your link is going to get link to whatever you put in here is going to get demoted. Not 100%, but this is from my experience. So I would highly as a customer avoid any SEO from Fiverr, and as well as any kind of article or written content from Fiverr. And instead, I would go to a cheaper, or maybe like a specialized freelancing platform only for writing. But when it comes down to writing, I would probably use a AI writer, because I'm going to be honest, the AI writing content that I get from the software now, as of right now, is better than the content I got from these written content from the sellers, okay, in the past. So that's that. I just want you to be aware of that, and that's just the inside tip. You can go ahead and try and do what you want. It's, I'm not trying to, prevent you or control you. I'm just trying to share what did not work for me, and hopefully help you save your money and time. If you found my video useful, could you please hit the like button, as it would mean the world to me. And if you're interested in Fiverr and want to know how to make money on Fiverr using AI gigs, you can go ahead and check out my next video down in the description below. I'm Vince from Digital Nomad Institute, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching.